Hello and welcome to Getting Your Money's Worth, the show that focuses on value. I'm Judith WEst, and we have two guests today, John Galasso, producer, and Dr. Alex Eingorn. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got those names out. Thanks for being on the show, guys. And this is going to be a fun segment because your industry, your brand is laugh. You made a movie about laughter. How on earth did you ever get that idea?
Well, it actually started about several years ago that my friend and I, Anton Evangelista,
right.
who's the director of the film,
right.
We got together and I had told him about an injury that I had many years ago, and I hurt my back and my neck really, really bad. And we talked about different things, and he said to me, he always liked comedy, and we shared different ideas, and he said, maybe we could do something on laughter. And basically...
Well, you left me at the injury. Are you saying that as you were recovering from your injury, that comedy helped you recover?
Absolutely,
John?
absolutely.
Comedy helped you recover?
Yes, because...
what did you do? You watched television? What did you do?
I watched a lot of comedy films, and basically...
I think didn't one of your kids bring you a comedy series or something?
My wife Vicky, she bought me a set of The Honeymooners, which I watched during the time that I was laid up with my back and neck. And at that time, I didn't really go into it in depth, but it kind of like eased the pain a little bit. And then several years later, when Anton and I had gotten together, he had said, about his idea with comedy, and my story kind of inspired him a little bit.
Yeah, well, we have a show today because we give value. So I wanted to be sure that we validated your theory about comedy and laughter making you feel better. So we have Dr. Alex Eingorn. And Alex, what do you say about his theory that he laughed himself to better health?
I think his theory is actually not a theory. It's more of a scientific fact.
So now we've gone to laughter is a science?
Laughter is a science, believe it or not. There is a book called Anatomy of an Illness, written by Norman Cousins.
Oh, yes.
You've heard of that. And
yes,
that's where he puts forth this whole notion that, well, if negative feelings can make you sick, then positive emotion and laughter can make you well. And he's probably first example of someone who was given a horrible diagnosis, said, I'm going to be one of the...
He was diagnosed with a terminal illness.
A very painful terminal illness. And he started just doing laughter as a form of therapy. He watched a lot of funny movies. And first...
Well, what happens, if it's a science, what happens in the body chemistry? Is there a change in the body chemistry?
Oh, absolutely. The change is almost instantaneous.
How so?
The main effect the laughter has on us is that we produce endorphins as we start laughing almost immediately.
That's the same chemical that's produced when you work out, isn't it? Endorphins?
Yeah, in a way. When you train like the runner's high, you get the endorphin.
So it's like a runner's high or a work.
But the endorphins have a very interesting effect on our system. They inhibit pain in a major way.
They inhibit, they're a painkiller.
Mm-hmm. Very, very serious painkiller. They bind to some centers in the brain, very much like dark chocolate, perhaps.
Oh.
And
pain starts in the brain.
All pain is in the brain.
Pain is in the brain.
All pain is in the brain. So, and pain is a very subjective phenomenon.
Yes.
But Cousins figured out, or he realized at first, that 20 minutes of laughter allowed him about 2 hours of being pain-free. So the endorphins inhibit pain. They also start a cascade, a reaction in the body, where there are changes in the blood pressure, there are changes in your general...
Is it cumulative? The more you laugh, the more you stay happy, the better you feel.
Absolutely.
And continue to feel. And
absolutely.
Can you build up your reserve of good feelings?
Well, that's just like, you can't really eat enough for the rest of your life. This is something...
But you can laugh a lot every day.
Yes, you can. And in fact, people that laugh a lot statistically live longer and healthier than people that don't. I mean, look at Milton Berle or George Burns.
Right, absolutely.
So also laughter inhibits cortisol almost selectively, and cortisol is a hormone that we produce in response to any stress, especially emotional.
And cortisol is a pretty bad...
Nasty stuff. Hardens your arteries, raises your blood pressure, makes your hair fall out.
Right, also bloats you up.
Yeah. So laughter also, when we start laughing.
So laughter prohibits cortisol?
Yeah, almost selectively. There are studies actually show that.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. I mean, when I first heard about your production, yours and Anton's production, is it a full feature film?
It's an educational documentary.
You know, at first I thought to myself, you know, it's hard to go from laughter to improved health. That's a big jump to make, but the more that I'm listening to this, and you are the medical spokesperson. You have several medical spokespeople in your documentary.
Absolutely.
Right. Little did you know that you were not only were you going to, was your goal in this documentary to entertain people or educate them?
We wanted to educate people and entertain them. And originally, we said that we're not inventing anything. We're just trying to remind people the state of the world it's in today, and it's just everybody is down.
Well, I have to say, I want to believe you, Alex, but it's a little hard to laugh yourself out of feeling bad about your 401k.
Well, actually,
but it's also a matter of putting things in priority.
Right,
After you see the film, you could say that that basically life is too short, and there's got to be another way, and we do need alternative.
And we do need
alternative cares. And when you put things in their proper perspective, sometimes you find out that maybe a lot of the things you're upset about, there are other things to worry about.
Exactly, and also there are things that we face in life and that you can't control.
Absolutely.
Right, but being optimistic goes a long way toward improving life. Yeah, I don't know if it was you or someplace in what I was reading about. You talk about how often young children, babies, laugh. Like what, every 4 minutes or so?
Dr. Eingorn says that in the film.
They laugh, children especially, 300 to 400 times a day, spontaneously.
And you know something? I don't care. You could be the crustiest old geezer. When you see a baby laughing, you can't help but laugh.
Exactly.
I mean, you see a baby laughing, you could be a nasty old person, and you still break out in a big grin.
Babies have no inhibition, and we're all experts at laughter by the age of about 4 months.
But we're intimidated as adults into not laughing.
Well, that's the intellect and the ego. As we get older, we're told that this is inappropriate, this is bad, this isn't good for you. Whereas you still need to cultivate and nurture that inner child.
Right.
And laughter is one of the healthiest. It's a reflex, really. It's a built-in.
Is it an automatic reflex?
It's a built-in mechanism for protection, for establishing bonds with society and your outside world. It has nothing to do with humor, which is interesting because babies laugh. What are they laughing at?
Yeah, what are they laughing at?
It's a natural,
kind of a
built-in mechanism that we have
it's free
to protect
our
health.
And it's free.
It is free.
It's free. Speaking of free, so you and Anton had this idea that you were going to make a documentary around laughter, and you not only do you talk about the scientific benefits of laughter from the medical profession, but you have stand-up comedy. You have people come on, and
yes.
You have also included in your documentary from therapists, from psychologists, psychiatrists.
Yes.
Yeah, they talk about how marriages, all kinds of relationships, benefit
from humor.
From humor, from laughter.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, after all, the honeymooners that you watched all the time, I mean, wasn't that a marital situation that got funnier and funnier every week?
Absolutely, and as we show in the film, we showed actual clips how laughter and humor had helped, many people, and it just it's something that I mean, not to say that you'd really have to see, because actually. When we got involved with this project and we said what we were trying to do, the response was just tremendous.
Did you find backers?
Actually, no.
So you financed it?
It's an independent film. We did this ourselves.
Right. Okay. Do you expect to make revenue from this?
Well, actually, right now, what we're doing is we're in the process of looking for a distributor, and basically someone that can help us get the word out. And you know, like I said, the response that we got has just been unbelievable. I mean, from the celebrities and just everyday people that just kind of, they liked the idea that we were having. You know, some of the interviews, we interviewed Regis Philbin.
And people want to laugh.
Yeah.
They want to laugh.
Especially these days.
Natural, yes, the natural instinct to want to laugh, to want to laugh. So kids, babies laugh a lot. And then what happens as you get older, you pull back in. You get more. You can't laugh in
society.
You can't laugh in school. You can't laugh at the dinner table. You can't laugh in church. You can't laugh. Sometimes you can't laugh in movie. I mean, you get society has a lot of restrictions on them.
Yes, and I think that's a very negative thing. We don't laugh enough these days, and I believe that that is one reason that we're seeing just an increase in these stress-related disorders like high blood pressure, depression is another major one, high cholesterol.
Well,
Did you
honest.
know that, for example, the University at Stanford published a study that showed that 1 minute of laughter, which is about 100 giggles, so giggle bite is
100 giggles.
100 giggles, is equvalent to 6 to 10 minutes on the rowing machine in terms of cardiovascular benefit.
Really? Say that again now. 1 minute of laughter is equals 6 to 10 minutes of cardiovascular activity?
On the rowing machine.
That's
machine. What they compared it to. There was another study that was published that showed that people that have had a heart attack, if they practice any type of laughter as a form of therapy, all other things being equal, are 40% less likely to sustain a second heart attack than people that don't. And there are many, many studies that are coming out on the benefits of laughter.
So you can actually laugh yourself to better health, and you can laugh yourself to improved quality of life, for sure.
Absolutely. It changes your outlook, it changes the way you feel, it changes the way you look, it improves your circulation.
Well,
it's very aerobic, actually.
And it's universal.
And it's universal.
It's universal.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you know, on planet Earth there's 6,000 languages, but I will say this, laughter is a universal language.
Indeed.
In any country, if any people,
Indeed.
everybody knows what a laugh is, right?
Regardless of your religion or your background, it cuts all barriers down.
It cuts across all society's barriers.
Just to give you an example, last Sunday, one of the people we featured in the film was a Pastor Joel Osteen.
Oh, yes.
And last Sunday on his show, on his sermon, he talked about the healing effects of laughter.
Okay, so we're doing the same thing. Okay, we're out of time. Thank both of you, John Galasso and Alex Eingorn, Dr. Alex Eingorn. The name of the documentary is
Just Laugh.
Just Laugh. Okay.
And our website is www.justlaugh.org.
Okay, and we'll put that up on the show too. So, okay, viewers, thanks for watching. I'm Judith WEst. Just Laugh.